Serenity, the owner of Boutique of Perfection. Today is the debut of Mid-Madness Collection. Welcome to Serenity. What are some different ways that you guys cope with trauma, or what do you guys think generational trauma is? Like, do you believe in it, or do you just think it's just a myth?
Yeah, my name is Shania, and I believe in it because I feel like it all starts with like people before. It's like how we're raised and the way their emotions are and like the way they interact with us. The way that you break away from it is realizing that somebody is hurt. Once you realize that like you're putting energy out that you don't want or that you feel like isn't you, it's on you to like realize that and like break away from it. So
I grew up in a household where my mom and dad fought all the time, literally, and I didn't know about anxiety and like depression and stuff until I got older. It was just like something hit me one day, and I was like, it's a feeling that comes over me. I was at the point I was getting nervous off of loud sounds, but it was from my upbringing and them fighting every day. I had to go get counseling, I had to go see a psychiatrist and everything.
So what do you guys think about therapy? What are your opinions about, our culture, our people going to therapy? How important do you think that it is?
My name is Sydney, and I'm really big on therapy. In our community, therapy is something that's overlooked. Therapy is looked at something that's bad, something that has a negative connotation. Just to share something about myself, I've been going to therapy for almost 5 years, and if that's something that you want to do, I feel like you need to vouch for yourself, because if nobody vouches for you, it's gonna be you. So if you feel like you need to go to therapy, or you're not going to therapy because you have it in your mind that it's a bad thing, or you grew up and and the guys, growing up, sometimes your mother could be like, quit that crying, you're a man, men don't cry. For my females, we're always brought up to, play the woman role, but if you need somebody to talk to, don't hesitate to do that, because it's nothing wrong with that. And that's something that needs to be stressed in our community.
And men, I definitely want y'all respond on, not only trauma, but the way you guys are brought up. Not saying typically you are brought up this way, but the men that you see around you, how do you feel about them being brought up in a way of you have to be muscular, you have to be manly at all times, you can't show any feelings? So what's your outlook on that? Anybody?
In two folds, as an educator and as just in personal life, I see how boys kind of come up with that same mindset of like, oh, I have to take care of this, I have to do that, even at a young elementary school age. So having that availability for them to have tutoring and have that therapy in school has changed them dramatically in 3rd and 4th grade. Talking to my mom, that's basically my therapist right now, even though she wants me to go to a real one. As much as she's begging me to go to a real one, I just talked to her just to get a different thought process, because I feel like a therapist, it's not gonna answer my questions, she's not gonna know, what to say and what I need to get done. But she just told me it's a different mindset, a different way of thinking through the things that you go through. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is try to find a different way of thinking through the problems, as well as indulging in those problems and embracing them as well.
How do you think, what makes you you, but not really, I don't want you to answer like that, I want you to let me know how are you finding your identity? Because some people haven't found their identity, and it's okay, but what path are you going down that you know that is allowing you to become the person that you really want to become?
I actually indulge in astrotherapy, and that's basically getting to know yourself through astrology. There is actually a lot of truth to that. Actually, the ancient Kemites used to use astrology to dictate what your role would be in society, because it's broken down into so many houses and layers. And these are real important things about who you are and your whole makeup as a person, and how you adjust to the outside world, your family, your career, and things like that. So that is a really big thing I think a lot of people should actually take some interest into. I know it's like a pop culture thing, but if you really dive deep and really study your birth chart, where you're from, and just all your different makeups, it'll really give you a good perspective on who you really are, why you might adjust to certain things a certain way. And also it can give you a backstory about like your family as well, and it just makes you realize like we all have these different makeups, and we're all different people all in one, as a collective. So
I would say, I'm
Wanye, by the way. And I would say stepping out of my comfort zone, doing things that I normally wouldn't do, help me identify more with myself, the people I surrounded myself with. So I believe everybody that's around me kind of helped me identify who I am, only because of positive energy. Like, I don't put myself around negative people. If you see them with me, just know that we've been rocking. Like, me and my best friend over here, Jay. And also just continue to find things that describes you or align with your values. So I start diving more into reading. I pray more. I do poetry. I didn't know when I was gonna start doing poetry, but I started doing that as I got through college, and I started going to stuff in college like Mahogany Souls and things like that, and saw that I like poetry and let that stuff carry on. So I feel like, again, stepping outside of your comfort zone, the people you're around, all those things kind of wrap up who you are. So
thank you for all of the feedback. Did anybody else want to say anything, or did anybody else have any questions that they think was important that we need to discuss before we start? No? Okay, cool. If you guys want to get some wine before we start, you can. And we're going to start in about 5 minutes. So y'all got 5 minutes to relax, settle down what we said. And thank you again for coming.
Wow, I went through all of this just to get to this one thing, and you find peace in that one thing. And that one thing gives you a lot of joy. And so in yoga too, so sometimes in the yoga positions it may be a little bit intense. And so that's when you start to give yourself grace in those different positions. And so when you give yourself grace, it's easier to get through things. And so, it's about taking time out of your day to think about everything you're balancing and seeing what areas in your life that you're lacking in. And begin to have grace for yourself. You love yourself a little bit more in those areas. You give other people grace, so why not give it to yourself? Give yourself the same energy. You have to understand that you are worth every bit of grace and love. And so just during every yoga pose, just give yourself grace. It's fine if you can't get it, you just make adjustments, and I'll definitely show you all the adjustments too. And so just give yourself love and grace, and I hope y'all enjoy it.
but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers, and my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look out, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling snow. Those nights back in Tokyo. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers, and my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.
Are we wrong? Are we right? We jump first and then decide. It's hard to explain it. Heavy hearts weigh us down, and the water's getting deep. Do we swim or do we sink? 'Cause there's still a long, long way to go. We're in over our heads, we're holding our breath. Will we ever get to the other side before there's nothing left? Yeah, our bodies are weak, we're tired of hurting. Will we ever get to the other side? Don't know, but This thing's out of my control. It's hard to explain it. Heavy hearts weigh us down, and the water's getting deep. Do we swim or do we sink? 'Cause there's still a long, long way to go. Worrying over our heads, we're holding our breath. Will we ever get to the other side before there's nothing left? Yeah, our bodies are weak, we're tired of hurting. Will we ever get to the other side? Don't know, but I swear I'll die trying. Chain my wrist down to sinking ship. I got trying. Oh, I got trying. Worrying over our heads, but we're holding our breath. Will we ever get to the other side before there's nothing left? Yeah, our bodies are weak, we're